All right, let's do this. What's up, sons? It's Blind Run with Son of a Tech once again, and today we're going to be talking about the release of the note from John McAfee, and of course the response that Janice had to the note. Now, I'm not sure exactly how this will work in the YouTube algorithm because it is discussing self-harm, specifically, at least that's what's alleged as how John was, passed away in the Spanish prison. I haven't been covering this topic, but I feel like this is important for the community to know. That being said, I am not going to sway either way. I'm just going to read the note, the release of that, and then, of course, Janice's response. And I'd like to hear your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below as far as what side do you think is, being honest here? Is everything up front? That sort of fun stuff. But before we get into it, here's a word from our sponsor. Today's sponsor is myself. To support the channel, click the join button below the video and you will get access to our privately hosted Rocket Chat. Selecting the $1.99 option will get you access, and after that you need to head over to the membership tab, scroll down, and expand out your membership perks. Find the section for connecting on social media, and in that section there will be a secret registration URL to join Rocket Chat, where you can sign up to enjoy talking with other cryptocurrency enthusiasts and miners without spammers, scammers, or bots. Welcome back. So like I said, this is for transparency. I really want to make sure that everybody has this on the top of their minds. John was basically a figure within the cryptocurrency community, and whether you loved him or hated him, I think it is fair to say that he definitely influenced the markets early on, as well as influenced the adoption of cryptocurrency on a global scale. Now, his life was riddled with lots of controversy, as I believe everybody is aware of, and nothing has changed since his death. I had the honor of meeting him in Dallas, Texas in 2018 for a Bitcoin conference, and that was super awesome. Maybe I'll try to throw up the picture. I was obviously super nervous, so I have a very blurry photo, plus I had an old phone, so there you go. Let's hop into it though. And like I said, I really just want to make sure that everybody is aware of what's happening here. So Janice tweeted on the 13th that here's the alleged suicide note found in John's pocket. This note does not sound anything like someone who has no hope and is contemplating ending their life. This note sounds like one of John's tweets. Hashtag not a suicide note and hashtag justice for John McAfee. So if we open this note up, it's pretty hard to transcribe or read for me in particular, but it does kind of fit that whole, I guess, narrative that John had kind of set up, where it's kind of cryptic, etc. He says, I am a phantom parasite, the present moments or something. I trusted to it to attain my own ends instead of living it, instead of fully living it. There's some scratch outs and stuff like that. I want to control my future, which does not exist, and then some scratched out lines and so on. Let me know if you guys have more analysis on this. I'd be curious to know. And though something about knowledge, which mere ashes of memory, and that is the proposed suicide note. Here's what's interesting though, if we head on over to Janice's official statement. It says, I've been trying to find the words to adequately express my thoughts. I am still in shock, in disbelief really. John should never have spent a day in prison, let alone nearly 9 months. I spoke with him twice the morning of the 23rd, which I believe was the day that he was pronounced dead. And in our last conversations, we spoke about the court's decision to extradite him to the U.S. This decision did not come as a surprise to John, myself, or his lawyers. We were prepared for the Spanish courts to grant the request for the extradition. We had a plan of action in place to begin the appeal process we discussed plans for the next stages of his legal fight. The extradition would not have happened immediately. It would have taken many months at the least. Besides that, John had already won a victory before the hearing in that 7 of the 10 charges in the case were dropped in the days leading up to his hearing. John was a fighter and he had so much more fight left in him. He told me to be strong and not to worry. We would continue to fight all the necessary appeals. His last words to me were, "I love you. I'll call you in the evening." But sadly, that call never happened. Now, as it pertains to the note, the story of John's suicide was already prepared and presented to the public before I or his attorneys were even notified of his death. Words cannot describe how enraged I am at the fact that I had to hear the news of John's death via a DM on Twitter. And now it's being conveniently reported that there was a suicide note found in his pocket, something that was not mentioned when I collected John's belongings from the prison, and another piece of information the media somehow got a hold of before myself and John's attorneys. I appreciate everyone's condolences and the love you have shown for John. Your love and support mean more than you know, I believe is what she meant there. I have received countless messages, so please forgive me if I do not respond. But as I am sure you can all understand, social media is the last thing on my mind right now. I need answers, and that will take time. The investigation into John's death is still ongoing, but I will share what information I can when I can. Until then, I do not accept this, quote, suicide, unquote, story that has been spread by the malignant cancer that is MSM. They and their unnamed sources are not to be trusted. So that's some pretty heavy stuff going on right now. Janice has always been pretty active, of course, on Twitter. Since, of course, she's been with John, and John was also very active on Twitter as well. So it doesn't come as a surprise that this is the mode of communication that's being chosen to get this information out to the public. Whether or not you believe that John committed suicide or not is really, up to you. Like I said, I'm not here to really, spread any sort of misinformation, just reporting on the facts here and letting you guys know exactly what's happening in this crazy story. And it's close to me because it's one of those things where it is something that was a big part of cryptocurrency, especially early on. And John had a huge influence over it. So keeping up to date is very important. I just want to make sure that everybody has the information that is coming out about it in case this changes down the line. In the case that this video needs to be moved to a different platform, that platform will be Odysee or Library, as that is a blockchain version of course, YouTube, and I will leave a link to that down in the comment section below. I do not know if this will be requested to be taken down, even though it is, like I said and stated, just reporting what has been stated on Twitter from the wife of John herself. And that is all I'm going to leave it at. I look forward to reading your comments. Thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy this type of content. I know it's a little outside of our realm, and we have the test bench up and running back here. Look at it, all lovely. I'm super excited to get back to testing and working on some stuff. However, half of my house is flooded right now, and that is because a water softener broke because of a bad pressure regulator or something along those lines. Either way, everybody's displaced. The entire family's sleeping in the same room, which is causing a lot of issues, whatever. You guys know how that goes. We also got delayed on moving the mining farm from the 15th of July to the beginning of August. Therefore, the vlogs as far as the move goes has been pushed out 2 weeks. This was due to some issues apparently with permit pulling for the electrician. So we have a little bit more work to get done. I have a lot more to get done on my plate here, and I'm going to continue to try to get content out, relevant content out to you guys as quickly as possible. Once again, also, we did upgrade to 4K, which has caused some weird video issues, but hopefully we'll get it worked out. We had to get an 8K HDMI mini cable. Either way, the other thing we're doing is we're going to run cable in the wall, I believe, from the test bench over to here for a capture card. I did try NDI. Maybe we'll do some videos on how NDI worked out, but it wasn't great. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next Tuesday. If you enjoyed this content, you can watch more by clicking this playlist up here, or go ahead and subscribe.